What's up, everybody? It's Matt Hoppy from Vacations for Canadians, and welcome to another episode of Spirits of the Seas. Now, I know it's been a hot minute since we've done one of these, and honestly, for good reason. Found that doing one of these every week, it became a bit of a grind trying to, come up with different cruise lines that we were going to feature, doing all of the research on the different promotions that are going on, but more importantly, just trying to figure out all these drinks that I was going to have to make. But at the same time, obviously life got in the way as well. We did a lot of traveling over the last month. If you've been following our Facebook page, then you've seen that we went to the Rock Cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line, put on by Sixth Man, which was the reunion tour for Creed, which was absolutely amazing. We followed that up with a visit to Hershey, Pennsylvania, to the Hershey Chocolate Factory and Hershey Park and the Hershey Lodge Resort, which was absolutely phenomenal, and I can't recommend that enough. And then we just did my wife's birthday and her sister's birthday in Vegas. So it's been a very busy time over the last month, and so obviously the episodes kind of went by the wayside for a bit, but we're back now, and I'm super excited to be back into it because what we're going to try to do is curtail these more to a focus series every month where we partner it with our featured supplier that we offer through Vacations for Canadians. So obviously for the month of June, our cruise line that we've been featuring is Celebrity Cruises. So that's why we're going to do today's episode on Celebrity Cruises. However, it's a very special episode because for the first time with Spirits of the Seas, we are going to have a guest on the show. Now, if you don't recognize her, then you must be hiding under a rock somewhere because we have featured her on Vacations for Canadians Facebook page, on Zooms and webinars and everything else several times. She's practically family with our agency at this point. So it gives me great pleasure for us to have as a special guest today, Sandra Pennington, our business development manager from Celebrity Cruises. So without further ado, let's get started with today's episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of Spirits of the Sea, and it is special because for the first time ever, we actually have a guest. So with me today is our great business development manager from Celebrity Cruises, Sandra Pennington. Sandra, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
This is the first time we've had somebody at the house, at my bar, and on the show, so it is so great to have you here. And as always, just to remind everybody, because Sandra, I know you've watched and you know how the show runs, but for everyone at home, just to remind you, on every episode, what we do is we talk about one particular cruise line. Obviously, today we're talking about Celebrity Cruises. We talk about the promotions that are going on with that cruise line, and then we feature one specific cruise deal that we have exclusive pricing with Vacations for Canadians, and then we wrap things up with a delicious cocktail. Sandra came with a drink suggestion in mind, so we are going to try that. She's going to be my taste tester. Hopefully we match the mixologist that we have on Celebrity Cruises, but we're going to give that a whirl to wrap things up. But to start, we're going to talk about the promotions that are going on with Celebrity Cruises. And rather than me bore you with all the details, I've got the residential expert with me, so I'm going to leave it with Sandra to tell you about all the promotions that we have going on for the rest of June.
Ooh, nice. Okay, it's time to get booking because the promotions are great. Now, for prevailing rates at Celebrity Cruises, it is 75% off the second passenger. But here's the thing, Vacations for Canadians, they have exclusive rates for you that are better than prevailing on most of the sailings. And your team, Matt, they're going to know the rates. They're going to take care of you and find you the best prices. But we also have savings of up to 280 Canadian, and they know the best days to book to get those savings for you per booking. And on top of that, we have onboard credits. Onboard credits are back, which is exciting. Right. If you book a 2024 departure or 2026 and you're booking Veranda or higher, we're offering a $100 onboard credit. And we are really trying to push 2025 departures right now. So we're doubling it, $200 in onboard credits for 2025 departures. And you may wonder what can you use those onboard credits for? Well, I know Matt knows how to use onboard credits because you can use them in the casino, you can use them for shore excursions, you can use them for specialty dining. cooking. You can use them for if you wanted to pay to upgrade Wi-Fi, etc. So there's lots of reasons. Oh, you could do them. The spa would probably be my favorite.
That's where we usually spend
usually
it.
the spa. I'm a big lover of the spa on board. I always go and get a massage as well. So you can use them for lots of different things. So they're valuable for sure, and they're in US dollar funds as well on board.
Yep, exactly. And so when we air this, it's going to be Saturday, so there's only 2 days remaining. So when you see this video coming out, it'll be Saturday, June 29th, so there's only 2 days remaining in this promotion. So you've got to get booked in those last 2 days in order to qualify for these offers.
Absolutely. So there's urgency there. Get booked. Call Matt. Call Vacations for Canadians.
That's right. So with that being said, we do have one particular cruise deal that I want to give special attention to. So that's going to be this week's Pick of the Week.
Oh, nice.
That's right, folks. Get out your party blowers because this week's Pick of the Week is my 50th birthday bash hosted cruise on the Celebrity Silhouette. We'll be sailing from November 29th, my birthday, to 7th of December 2025. Sailing round trip out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, we will be visiting Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. That's right, the ABC Islands. This cruise includes a classic drink package, surfing Wi-Fi, and our promotional bonus of $200 onboard credit. But that's only valid if you book before the end of day Sunday. So be sure to contact your cruise specialist from Vacations for Canadians and lock in this hosted cruise on the Celebrity Silhouette. We got plenty of categories available, including the V1 Prime Veranda, priced out at $5,062 Canadian. So contact us and get sailing. All right, we're back. We have the bar all set up, so now we're ready to make one of Sandra's favorite martinis on the ship, which is
the cucumber lime martini.
Yep, so we've got all our ingredients here. Now I've made some substitutions because, as always, at my bar, I try to pick what I have so that I can try to best replicate what we have available on the ship. So for the gin, on Celebrity Cruises, they use Hendrick's gin. I am using Aviation Gin because I'm a big supporter of Ryan Reynolds and all that he is invested in. So that's why I have a Celebrity Gin with Aviation. For the triple sec, what we've done is we've looked at 2 different orange liqueur substitutions that we could use for triple sec. So Sandra's gonna make hers with Amaretto using Di Serrano, and I'm gonna make mine using Grand Marnier. So we're gonna vary it up a little bit here, and we'll do a little taste test to see which one is better. And then of course we have our mint, we have our cucumber, and we have our lime juice. That's all that's included in this martini. So the first thing we're gonna do, Sandra, I've cut up some of the cucumbers here. We're gonna throw those into the shaker, and then you're gonna use the muddler, which is that tool right there. Throw your cucumbers into the shaker, and then we're gonna give those a squeeze. That's gonna get all that liquid out of the cucumber. So just press it right down into the bottom there. And that's gonna release some of the water and flavor that's in the cucumber right into the bottom of the shaker.
Now on our ships, our martini bartenders are flair bartenders.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Matt and I have those skills quite, but would be fun though if we could.
Yeah, I don't have any training bottles to start throwing around, so I prefer not to throw the actual bottles because some of these are really hard to find. All right, so now you're just gonna take some ice, throw that right on top of your cucumber in there.
Is that enough?
Yep,
Okay.
you're good. I'm gonna do the same.
Cucumber lime is one of my favorites because it's not too sweet and it tastes wonderful. But we have other flavors on board. If you like espresso martinis, I know Matt's a fan of those.
Yeah.
I like, I don't know, a coconut martini as well.
Yeah.
Do you have any other favorites?
Yeah, lychee. I always like a lychee one. It's got a little hint of sweetness to it as well, but I mean at the same time, it goes down real smooth.
Chocolate martini is a big hit. Lavender lemon drop, but this one is my top.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, so now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add our gin. So I gave you a jig there. So we're going with the bigger end, which is the 2 ounces.
There we go. He's trying to get me drunk.
We're gonna put that right in there. You know, I had a hint from someone else when they watched this, and they said, you know, you should make the drink at the beginning, and then that way you can drink through the whole episode.
Oh, okay, that's a good hint.
It's like, well, I like to leave it to the end because then I can enjoy it when I'm not working, as opposed to when I feel like I'm working doing this. But it's always fun, so I like making the drinks. All right, so we got our gin in there. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to add that orange liqueur. So you've got your Disaronno, I've got my Grand Marnier. We're going to flip that jig upside down. All right, we're going to use the smaller end this time, and we're going to fill that up with our orange liqueur.
Okay.
Now don't be a spilly pourer.
I'll do my very best. Do I fill it right to the brim?
Yep, fill it right to the brim. There you go, perfect.
He's clearly been drinking it all. It's empty now.
Yeah, we usually use that for amaretto sours, which is another one of my favorites. All right, so we've got that in there. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add our lime juice and our mint. And then once we got that all in there, we're going to give it a real good shake, and then we're going to strain and pour.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So now for the lime juice, I just count to 3 as I'm squeezing. So if you get a steady stream for 3 seconds, you've got yourself a good...
I don't know how steady of a stream that was, but we'll go with it. Clearly, Matt's been researching the exact ingredients that goes into this drink, and I haven't been.
That.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Just get a good squeeze on.
I think I need a few more.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
All right.
I like a lot of lime.
All right. So now with the mint, what I've been taught when I did one of these crazy mixology classes is that you're supposed to slap the mint. And the reason for that is because it releases the oils from the mint leaves, and then that way you get more of that taste.
When the captain of fun tells me to slap the mint,
slap it.
Slap the mint.
All right, so we're gonna take 3 leaves. You just put them in the palm of your hand. Give them a good couple slaps. That's gonna release those oils from the mint leaves. You can already smell it just from plucking it.
Yes. Absolutely. I've never heard about slapping the mint before. Okay.
All right, give it a good smell. You can tell. Right?
Oh, that smells amazing.
Yeah. We're gonna throw that right in there. All right, and now we're ready to shake. Now, there's not much technique to this. Just don't knock over the martini glass over the shoulder. Now, Sandra, you've cruised all over with celebrity. What's one of your favorite destinations that you've been to?
Well, I couldn't not name the Galapagos because
Yes.
that's one of my favorite destinations. But I am booked next year to go to Greece. I'm doing the Greek Isles. It really is one of my favorites, but I haven't been there since my 20s, and I'm turning 50 next year, and I'm taking all my girlfriends on a Greek Islands cruise.
Amazing. And,
Yes.
you know, for the longest time when I was researching the Greek islands and I would look at Santorini and I'd look at the spelling and I would always think it was Oya.
Oh,
And it was only when I looked up that, like, the Greek pronunciation of it is Ia.
yeah.
The OI is, and so, you know, I mean, it saves us a little bit of face when we actually pronounce it right, when
That's
we're
right.
telling our clients about going to Ia and
Yeah.
seeing all the blue domed churches
Yeah.
and, you know, the white facade of all the buildings.
And it really is, it literally matches the images that you see in pictures and videos. It's absolutely gorgeous. So Greece should be on your bucket list for sure.
Perfect.
On a celebrity cruise.
I can't agree with you more about the Galapagos. Obviously, very fortunate last year that I got to do the Flora. That was, you know, top of the list for sure. That was absolutely amazing. Okay, we got one extra one that you can
Ooh.
garnish on the top there.
Thank you.
Give you a little bit of decoration, and that's it. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming.
Woo, cheers. Thank you for having me, everyone.
Cheers, everybody.
With Captain Fun. Woo!
Okay, that one's pretty good. What do you think?
It is good. It's strong, this one.
And we did something right. All right, thanks everybody.
Cheers. See you on board.